Okay, so today I just want to talk before I get going and doing some other stuff about toxic masculinity. What is that? So I had this guy, like I said earlier, he comments on my YouTube comments and he likes to tear me down. He likes to say awful things that are not even true. And it really is like, um, how do I say this? It's like a vice he has. He comes to me, which I'm not going to him, and he'll say these awful things. And, he'll attack my identity, which as a Christian, we know those people who really can't stand the way we live or the righteousness they see in us of the Christ-likeness, they can't stand it and they try to tear us down. So he is usually doing that to me, and he'll say things I didn't say, and he'll twist and turn them. And, we all can do this when we're upset about things. We all can, try to teach someone a lesson and say, well, if you're going to be like that, then let's do this to you. But this guy obviously has some issues with whatever choices he made about the abortion issue. It's eating at him so bad that he has to come over to me and attack me. So let's talk about toxic masculinity. What does that look like? I think a lot of times men are can be really, really hateful and really hurtful. I have a book I haven't finished yet about how men hate women. I have not known men who hate women, but as I am digging into this book, yeah, there are definitely movements of just because a woman's a woman, men have as a group hated certain women. But for the most part, I haven't seen this, but there is some really unhealthy stuff with men attacking women, men putting women down, making her feel lesser than because she's a woman, making her feel like because she's a woman, she's not smart. A lot of times we actually will, like I remember in school, not wanting to make a guy feel bad and downplaying my smarts. And I'm thinking now, why did I do that? Just to be polite and not look like I knew something. Maybe I didn't answer a question because I didn't want the guy next to me to look like an idiot. So there's all this stuff that men do that are destructive. But on the other side of that, there is the other destructive, toxic masculinity where men won't provide, they won't they won't give, they lash out in anger, they won't be attentive to their wives, they won't do what it takes in a marriage to work at it. And when we're dealing with these type of men, we really want to come out of this. We really want to be able to take good care of ourselves. We want to be able to really get our sense of worth and care, knowing that we have a God who absolutely is in love with us and cares about every little detail of our lives. And then when we have other men in our life who are men who are willing to care and be attentive and be somebody you can depend on, that is a lot of that's a lot different for women. That really does give them a feeling of safety and stability. And so we need men like this in women's lives. We need men who are willing to help other women. A lot of times in the abortion debate, we make it all about women. And, we have like pregnancy centers, and we have women who need healing, and we have so many different issues. And I think not only do women need other women to come alongside them and help them, but they also need good men to encourage them and help them along in life and show them what real manhood looks like, to show them what not cowardly men are like, but real men. I recently had done a video about the abortion protest that I had seen on the corner of a street. And, you know, I was sticking up for babies, like, what about the baby? What about them? And I had shared with somebody afterwards, a male, about what I had just seen and how angry I was. And, you know, I don't cry much, but I did cry, just the frustration and anger of all this and feeling there's no accountability for these people. And, you know, this was a man who entered this with me. And men who also stick up for the babies and stick up for life offer women a lot. So they know what you're going through a little bit more than the average man. They know the truth. They know that, you know, your baby's being killed. They know things. I've even had family on, not my own family, but on the other side say, so what? You know, an abortion, so what? Get over it. That's how you learn. And holy cow, really? That's what an abortion does? An abortion teaches you a lesson? That was the mentality that I had. There was not any listening or understanding, or that's how you learn. That was the answer. Short, sharp, and over. So when we do have people who understand and they enter that and they can say, you know, this is what I've seen, this is what these people are like, they're not going to respect women like you who do stand for life, etc., etc. It is so healing. It is so good to have men who know what this is all about, and just men who are willing to be present and show up, and men who care about women. It makes a huge difference. So toxic masculinity or good manhood, make sure you choose well. And as I talk to the younger woman, make sure you choose well what type of men you are looking to marry and what type of men you are looking to let in your life. I remember growing up and my grandmother would always say, men, ugh, men, you know, they're no good. They're, you know, there's nothing good about men. And that's kind of the mentality that she had tried to warn me about, that all men are just basically users. So she had a lot of hurt in her life, and she was trying to warn me not to be like that. And I remember that. I remember thinking, wow, really? That is really a turn in my adolescence to see men in a different way than how I had seen them before that. So I'm going to stop with that and do another video as I read about more about the abortion stuff, and hopefully be able to make a difference in someone's life who watches this.